It's from the ocean. No! Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy 2020, and we're starting off this year with a little bit of a bang. We're going straight into it. We're going to be talking about periods and testing period products, and you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, and I've now disclosed that we will be talking about periods. So if you don't like it and you think it's too TMI, just switch off now. Just go on to another video. Okay, now those people have gone, let's you and me talk about periods. I was online, as I always am, and I came across an article of strange period products, and I thought, wow, this is where I belong. Let me try those out. I did buy these online, but I didn't properly like look at what they did and such. So they're all just as new to me as they are to you. So the first thing is this. So this is what it looks like. It's this little sponge looking device. It's a soft comfort tampons, wet, without string, by a brand called Beppy. It has on there that it's regular absorbency. Absorbency? Absorbency. That does not sound like a word. Am I saying that right? Absorbency. I just don't think I've ever used that word in my life. It also has on there what you can do. So you can do sport, spa, swim, make love with this in, which doesn't sound the most comfortable, but sure. So we're going to open this. It also has an expiry date of January 2022. I didn't know things could, ooh! That's cute! It comes in its own little package, which has on there a little bit of information. It's got you pop it in, maximum 8 hours, and then you use the little, there's like a little hole in it apparently. There's like a little hole for your finger to pop through and you can pull it out again. It says on the regular absorbency, it tells you the expiry date, it says do not flush. It also has a 2 with a cross through it, and I don't know if that means do not use it twice or something else. This tampon is not intended for contraceptive use. I don't think any tampon is for contraceptive use. We're gonna open this. I'm so excited. Oh my god, it actually is. Okay, a few things to note. One, massive. I, for some reason, just really thought this was to scale. It is not. It's quite a bit bigger. And number two, it genuinely is like a normal sponge. It's very much an average sponge with a hole in it for your finger. Ew, ew! There's lubrication coming out of it. Wait, what? Oh, it is lubricated soft tampon. I think I remember reading that. Didn't go into my brain. It's got lube on it. Now this says it is a disposable product. I really had it in my head that this was reusable. It's not. It's a disposable product. So it's basically exactly like a tampon. You put it in, soaks up blood, you pull it out, and that's it. It's a one-use item. However, you're not allowed to flush it, which I think seems a little inconvenient, to sort of pull it out and be like, ooh, what do I now do with this? Wait, where do tampons go? I just looked up tampons and you're not meant to flush them. I didn't know this. I've used 2 tampons, I believe, in my entire life. From what I can remember, I used 2, then I found out that moon cups existed, and I never looked back. I've used 2 tampons. I've just found out you're not meant to flush tampons. Didn't know about not flushing tampons. That's a revelation to me. But also, now can we discuss this and the fact that this also can't be flushed? Both situations leave my brain going, how the hell are you disposing of these if they're just basically a ball of blood? Like, what? Because what I'm thinking is if you're in public, you pop it out and you put it in a sanitary bin, which, fair enough, that's fine. Although I do worry for whoever has to clean them, and I'm really hoping that the cleaning is done by a machine and not a person. However, that's fine in the sanitary bin. Let's say, however, new scenario, you pop round your friend's house for the afternoon, remember you've got this in and go, oh, 1 second, need to take this out, or a tampon as well, because apparently tampons can't get flushed. You pull it out, and what do you do with it? Do you put it in their bathroom bin? Because that's a mess. Like, what if you go to your friend's house and they don't have a bag in the bin? What if they just have the bin and you put it in? Their whole bin will just be blood after a while. What if they have a bin that doesn't have a lid? So many scenarios right now that I just can't get my head around. This, for me, would not work. I'm gonna stick with my cup. I enjoy my cup a lot. We'll get onto that in a bit. But this just isn't going to work for me. However, I figured we would test this against a tampon. I have filled my jug up with 150 millilitres. The meniscus does hit the 150 mark when I am at eye level. Yes, I enjoyed science at school. So this is my tampon. Let's see how much it soaks up. Whoa! If I pull this out, I'm gonna say that's pretty much almost exactly on the 125 line. So basically 25 millilitres. Okay, I have absolutely no clue what to expect from this. I don't know if it's gonna do better. I don't know if it's gonna do worse. I don't know if it's gonna expand, but we're just gonna plop it in and see what happens. Well, it's actually almost hydrophobic. Like, look at this bit. It's like rejecting the water. It doesn't like it. I'm just gonna squidge it. We'll assume that's full. Ooh, it has taken up more than the tampon. That almost carries 50 millilitres. However, I did have to give it a squish to soak it up. Whereas once it's inside you and it's just sat there, it's not going to be... Maybe if you move around a little bit. But I feel like that's kind of unfair. So it does hold more than a tampon, which is great news if you have heavy periods. However, what do you do with this now? Like, imagine this isn't water, it's blood. Like, look, just pouring out of the thing. And you're at your friend's house and they have a toilet bin that doesn't have a bag in it. It's just an open bin where everything is visible. And you've just got to put this in there? No. Just no. So the only option is to put it back in, which I don't know about you, I wouldn't want to be doing. Wow, I spoke about that for a long time. Okay, the next product that came up on the weird period products list was a menstrual cup. Now, that was strange to me because to me this isn't weird. I have used a period cup since pretty much I started my period. I think I used tampons twice, like I said. That's all I remember. I found out that period cups existed, I bought one, and I have never looked back. But I realised that a lot of people either haven't heard about them or do think they wouldn't get on with them, but believe me, it's like the best invention since sliced bread. It looks like a little bell, you squidge it, you pop it inside, and then imagine this is your cervix, which is where the blood comes from. It sits around your cervix, so the blood just drops straight into the cup, and then when you think it might be full, like after a few hours, depending what your flow is like, you pop it out, pull the blood down the toilet, maybe give it a little rinse, pop it back in, Bob's your uncle, done. However, the reason that I bought this menstrual cup was because it showed it with like a little finger and thumb grip pad so that you didn't get blood all over your fingers. Now that is one con to a menstrual cup. You do maybe get a little bit of blood on your fingers. The thought of having little finger and thumb protectors was interesting to me, and I am interested in getting some. So, picked up this little gem, which hopefully has the finger and thumb thingamabobs inside. So, open this up. Dun da 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 da. Yes! These! So this is what the cup looks like, and it is a really nice soft rubber material. And also, if you're looking at this thinking, that is quite large, it's okay, because all you do is this. Boom! And then you've got a much smaller little area to go in, you know? But these are the thing I'm most excited about because I do think I'm gonna make use of these. So these look a little bit like balloons. If you've got a long thin balloon and just chopped the end off, that's basically exactly what this is. Like, it is just a piece of balloon and then you put your finger in it. So it's not the easiest thing to get your finger into. It's like when marigolds are too small. This one is a little bit smaller and fatter, so I'm going to put this one on my thumb. These are kind of fiddly, actually. I thought they'd be more thick and not quite so basically like putting a balloon on my thumb. Oh, they're really not great. You know, I'd rather just get a little tiny bit of blood on my fingers. Got my little balloons on my fingers. These very much feel exactly like putting balloons on your fingers. If you want to know what these are like, go grab yourself a skinny balloon, shove it on your finger, and voila, you have one of these. From my point of view, as someone who isn't that fussed about the blood situation, these are not that great. I was expecting them to be a little bit more thick and easy to slip on. They're, if anything, quite difficult to get on. They're quite fiddly. They're also quite tight. They're cutting off my blood supply, a little bit of my finger. My finger's actually going cold. I'm going to take this off. And now that I've taken it off, this has happened. So if this were to have blood on it, I now have blood on this hand as well. That's just going to fling blood everywhere. I'm going to put this back on actually and put my thumb in water. Okay, so I've put a little bit of water in here, and now if I pull this off, right, I don't know if you saw that, if that picked up on camera, water just went everywhere. Like a spray of water went everywhere. So all I'm thinking is, good, you might not have blood on your hands, but you have just got blood everywhere around the room. I think it's a brilliant idea to have a finger and thumb cover. I really, really do, and I would like one. I just think they're not the one. And they're not very discreet. They're bright orange. As soon as I'd use those, I'd want to wash them straight away. Imagine if I'm in a public toilet and I'm just washing a little balloon in the sink. That's gonna get weirder looks than if I just subtly get a little bit of blood off my fingers. Like, what is this and why are you washing it? So the next item I've seen a few different versions of floating around the internet, and I've always been so interested to test them out. So these are reusable cotton underwear that you can use on your period, and it should soak everything up. Oh. What? Okay, I'm confused. Okay, wait. I thought these were the pants that you put on and then you didn't need anything else and it would soak everything up. But on the back it says, used together with pads, cups or tampons. So I'm confused as to whether you need something or not. Online it says full protection, leak proof. It says 3-layer of leak proof lining design. And then it's got a picture of someone pouring water on the pants and it says the water is completely absorbed, right? So that's what I thought they were. They absorb your period. I thought that was a thing. But then it says on it, must wear with pad or tampon, which to me just defeats the object. What's the point of wearing a pad or a tampon with it? What's the point of it? If you're gonna have to wear a pad or a tampon, you may as well get normal pants. Why do you need these pants? Because you're using another item. I'm so confused. Please let me know where my stupidity is coming from, because I just thought you just wore these and that's great. I've also just seen that you can get pink ones. Why didn't I get pink ones? They're way cuter. Anyway, I'm gonna pour some water on them. We're gonna see how they work. Okay, here are my pants. Whew. So these are the pants. They look to me like quite large pants. I couldn't care less, by the way, what underwear you wear. It doesn't define you and I don't give a poop. However, for me, these look like quite large underwear. They seem decent. They seem like they might be comfortable. They seem like a nice material. They don't feel overly soft. They feel like general cotton, bit of stretch to them. They also have a little elasticated waistband, which I can imagine if you've just had a baby would be lovely. They also have a very large bum region to them, which I can imagine if you are someone who sleeps on their back and gets heavy periods, these would be kind of perfect period pants. And then, as you can see, the black area is, ooh, the black area is the absorbency part. I'm gonna try them on. You've seen me in bikinis before, so this shouldn't be much different. Okay, pretty comfortable pants. They fit really nicely. This waistband is not too tight at all. This part around the leg is not too tight at all. They cover my bum entirely. They seem pretty great period pants, generally, but now we need to test how they are leak-wise. Let's pour water on them, see how good they are. Right, are we ready? Oh, oh, it's kind of, oh, see now that could run off, but did, that drop of water popped right off the end of the pants. Whoa, that's a lot actually. That's quite a lot, but it seems to all be absorbing almost, oh gosh. They're pretty soaked. Oh, it's leaking from the bottom. Wait, can you see this? If I do this, look, wait. It's leaking. Okay, they clearly have a limit of how much they can hold. But now what I want to do is turn them in the right way and see if it's gone through. So I'm gonna not look at them until I've flipped them. Wait, and I'm just gonna gently turn them in the right way. We have leakages. Oh no. To be fair, there was a lot of water in there and it hasn't gone through the main bit. It just seems to have gone through this side panel. It hasn't come through this part at all, which is pretty good. There's also like a puddle of water in the bottom And if I squeeze this, it's not coming through, which is actually really impressive given how much water I put on there. I don't think I'd personally trust them to like go out and about in, but maybe while I'm at home, wear them and just sit on a blanket just in case. I think they're really quite decent. I'd love to know if any of you have used these, and if you have any tips for like washing them afterwards. I don't really know how that works. The next one's really weird, okay? This has to be the one where I saw it and thought, genuinely, what is going on? I've got to share this with you. I've got to get your opinion on this. These are natural sea sponges that you can put inside you and use as a tampon. What? Like, they've plucked this out of the ocean and suggest putting it inside you. I'm not a scientific expert, but to me, that sounds kind of terrifying. Like, what? What? It's a sea sponge. It's from the ocean. No. Just no. There is no. Ew. No. 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 They are hopefully disinfected, and you pop them inside you. They soak up the blood, and I believe they are reusable. Sea sponges. So I've done my research on the sea sponge. Now, when I bought the sea sponge, in the Amazon description, it said safe and natural and good for the environment and all of that jazz, and I thought, brilliant. Let's get one of these. But also, I'm gonna do a little bit of extra research because that's not going anywhere near my JJ. So I did some extra research, and these things are freaking not good for you. They're not okay. Like, just don't, okay? Get yourself a menstrual cup. Just don't do this. These things have never really been tested for their safety. So people are out selling them, but no one's really said, hey, these are actually safe. They're apparently like a really old form of tampon. Like before tampons were invented, people might have used these because they had nothing else. Now we have other things and people are going, hey, remember back in the day when we used to use sponges from the sea? Let's do that again. They're not really regulated. There's no real proof that they're safe. There's also reports that they can cause toxic shock syndrome, and it says that they still have inside them bacteria from the bottom of the sea, which no one knows what can do once it's inside you. So I would love to hear your opinion. However, regardless of what your opinion is, I don't care. This is never going inside my JJ, like ever. Just, it's not happening. And I don't recommend anyone else doing it, regardless of anyone's opinions. So that is it for today's video. I do hope you enjoyed. It was a little bit different. Let me know what your opinions are on each of these items down below. If you use any of them, give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Love you. Bye.